Nice.
3, 2, 1, we're live. So, all right, I'm going to check all the systems while we say hello, everybody. We're just going to make sure everything posted everywhere.
Wingapo, everyone.
Okay, Twitch is on.
Yep, I see Twitch.
On.
We say hello, everybody. We're just going to make sure everything posted everywhere. And it is. It's good. It's all over.
Yay! When you hear the audio, that's a good thing, even if it's on 4 different things simultaneously.
Yeah, I think YouTube's the only one I want to make a minor adjustment to for the stream. So while we're doing that, why don't we do introductions? Because I'm going to take one moment just to go in here and manage the stream because I think there's a setting active that I told not to be active and it's being
Naughty.
naughty.
All right, so we always start with our guests. So Amber, please go.
Absolutely. What would you like me to introduce? What shall I include in my hello?
Whatever you'd like to.
Who are you and what are you dressed as?
My name is Queen Elsa. I come from a faraway kingdom called Arendelle in what you all call Norway. No. So hi guys, for anyone who's here right now, it's so wonderful to see you all. My name is AmberSkies. I am a local Arizona cosplayer, just like all of these beautiful, lovely hosts here. And I have been in the con circuit now for like 8 years or something like that. I would have to go back and do the math on it. But once upon a time ago, I made a really elaborate Halloween costume. And that's how most people have their gateway drug into cosplay, is you make one thing for a crazy Halloween endeavor, or you've just always been playing dress up, and then you found out it was a real thing called cosplay. And then you fall in love, and now you're here 8 years later doing interviews with awesome people that do the same thing. So that costume that I made all that time ago was Sergeant Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph. And of course, my first armor build was my very first costume ever because I'm a monster. And I had so much fun and I learned so much. And I wore it to Phoenix Comic-Con and San Diego Comic-Con. And the response was just crazy exciting. And I went, wow, this is like, I've tapped into something here. And I love this. And this is so great. My dad raised me to be a nerd person. And so I've just kind of always done this sort of thing. But here we are all this time later. And that's how AmberSkies as an entity was kind of born. I just made a Facebook page like everybody else did. And here we are now. And I've had some crazy cool opportunities along the way. And I have tons of fun, like doing the con circuit in Arizona, California, and pretty much wherever I can travel to. Yeah, there's a lot more, but we'll get to that, I'm sure. But I'm AmberSkies, and yeah, my most recent love endeavor is actually here on Twitch specifically. So friends that are on Twitch right now, it's good to see you. That is my thing that I started this year. I stream 4 days a week on Twitch doing various different crafty and fun gaming things. So yeah, it's been a crazy, wild ride, but here we are. Boom. I also talk a lot loud and fast, so I apologize if I blow your eardrums out.
That's totally fine.
That's what we're supposed to do here. So, Liz, go ahead, because I'm still doing some things here too.
Hi guys, I am Liz from AmberSkies Cosplay. I've been cosplaying for whatever number of years I pick because it seems to change every single stream. I think it's like 7 or 8. Today I am kind of cos-bounding as Princess Anna, or I guess, spoiler alert, Queen Anna now. Although, now that I'm looking at it on screen, I'm kind of getting some Pam Beasley vibes. But like it's cool. But we're just gonna go with it. So whatever you guys want. But that is me. I'm Liz from AmberSkies Cosplay.
Your bangs are defying gravity. Let's just talk about that for a minute.
Well, thank you for
It's
noticing.
amazing.
How many crossovers can you do? So if Anna is Pam Beasley, then Elsa would be Angela? No. What is Angela?
Elsa would totally be Angela.
Totally.
And Hans would be Dwight.
Hans would be Toby.
Oh my god. Oh, yeah.
Because he's a redhead.
Okay, I guess I'm next. Sorry. Hi guys, my name is Jessica. I'm Jinx Cosplay. I've been cosplaying since 2001, and Ariel's actually my first Disney cosplay, which I only did in like 2016, and we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But I do mostly video game cosplays, but I'm trying to get more into Disney cosplays. I do mostly Moanas. I have like 3 different types of Moanas, and I'm gonna have a 4th one soon. So that's my main is Moana. Yeah. So hi guys, thanks for joining.
Woo!
And I am Sam from Thermo Cosplay, and I am Hansa today. So I purposely put Elsa on the same level as me. And that's funny. Wait, this way. And as you guys, if you don't know me, I've been cosplaying since 2014. I am the ambitious one that does like way too much, but that's okay.
Is there really such thing as too much? Never.
No, see, this is exactly right.
Cosplay is the career for people that really just love to work really hard on stuff.
There, exactly. I completely agree. But yeah, I've been cosplaying since 2014, and what's up?
What's up?
I guess the easiest thing, I present all across the Southwest and Pacific Northwest. I've done panels. I've been a guest. I've competed, and I'm currently sponsored by the Cosplay Pros. So,
woo! Oh, I probably should have mentioned that too. Are we supposed to talk about sponsorships?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go Plaid Crafts. Plaid Crafts is the only paint I'll ever use in my entire life. They are so wonderful, and they've sent me their entire collection, most recently of the cosplay effects paint that specializes on going onto foam craft armor and does not bend or break because it's flexible paint. So shout out to Plaid for the lovely, lovely paints they use on everything in my life. So yeah.
And just want to mention a couple people have already said hello. Thank you guys so much for tuning in week after week. Victoria, hello. Thank you so much. John Paul, he says, ladies, you look beautiful. Sammy, looking awesome.
John. Oh, shucks.
And Joe says, hi, ladies, or should I say princesses? Not all of us are princesses. Well, actually, both these ladies are...
Technically, I am a princess. I was a prince that's become a princess.
That's it.
Always a princess, never
Jordan
the
says,
like, that family status is still there somewhere. So.
Somewhere in there. Yeah. All right. So again, guys, if you're just joining us, we do watch on 3 platforms. If you want to check us out on another one, we're on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube.
Yep, and today we're talking about Disney cosplay. That's why there is a thing going on. And a lot of people, I've got our Facebook pages pulled up, so I'll be asking questions and finding photos, so prepared. But the thing is a lot of people don't understand how impactful wearing a Disney costume can be. It doesn't just end with children. Adults, too, will just storm. Like, they will run across an entire event just to see you because they're like, oh my gosh, that's my favorite character. As a matter of fact, I feel like some adults are even more exuberant than children.
Oh, yeah. Yes. There are stories to be had in regard to that. Like happy stories that like, make me tear up. But yes, happy memories with adults as much as kids in Disney.
And Disney's also grown a lot, too. So they've acquired so many different other fan forums, Star Wars and Marvel. So
intellectual property.
Yeah, and they've partnered with people overseas too. So they had a long term, and they still have a tentative term relationship with Ghibli. So there's a lot going on in this world of Disney. So I basically going to ask everybody, we'll start with AmberSkies, since you are our guest.
Also, thank you for having me, by the way. I didn't get a chance to formally on all platforms say that. Your guys' show is amazing. I love all the folks that tune in. I won't lie, I'm a lurker. I watch the show and I don't say anything because I'm that quiet one sitting in the background. So I have loved the people. I know. I'm a nervous Nelly. Not that I should be, but I've totally popped in and I'm like, oh my God, look at you guys go. Yes, friends. And then I'll leave. So, but I've been cheering you on from afar. So when you messaged me, I was like, yes, I'm so excited. Oh my God. So. Yes, happy times. You guys are great. So I forgot the question. What was the question?
No, that's okay. That's fine. It's all right. This is what happens with Disney and excitement and cosplay. So the question is basically, the first one is going to be, what do you recall as your first Disney cosplay experience? Because I know that you've probably worn a lot, but what sticks in your head is the best experience you've had? Sure.
My God. Okay. Well, I'll start with this. If you all have never met me before, which a lot of you probably have not. My life is Disney. It sounds stupid to say that because everybody says that, but I eat, sleep, and breathe Disney. Literally, carpet is just chilling on my couch back here. So it is a thing that pretty much envelops every part of my life in some fashion. So when I started this cosplay adventure, as I briefly mentioned before, my very first cosplay formally was a Disney cosplay, right out the bat. It wasn't a traditional Disney cosplay because I have this weird inclination to cosplay B characters. I love watching a movie and being that one in the background. I like that one. Or the side character or the sidekick. So I like drawing attention and make people going, ooh, you're that shoot, what was her name? And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, Disney cosplay for me began with my very first cosplay, of course, as a small child. It's all the dress up that makes you fall in love with Disney, wearing your Disney princess gowns and twirling around in your house. But Yeah, I'd say that the first Disney cosplay that really set me on this track was my very first one, Calhoun. But as for like memories for me, the most striking and probably, I'll just say this, and not to sound like self-deprecating, but I think I peaked at this cosplay. My Teika from Moana. I went to D23 Expo and I had made Teika, of course, which is the lava goddess. And it was this crazy gown and it spit smoke and it had like all these mountaintops and it was LED glowing. I just went crazy tout on that costume. And my happiest memory was that I actually got to compete in the D23 2017 Masquerade, which is their costume contest for Disney. And I, along with my counterpart, Sunchild Cosplay as Tafiti, we took best in show out of everybody at the convention, which was enormous because we had never competed there before. Oh my gosh, look at you. Visuals, man, this is great. And so there's Teika. I actually climbed a mountain with Tony Julius Photography in cosplay to take this picture. We hiked up into it's called Hole in the Rock. It's down by like the Phoenix Zoo area and the botanical gardens. It's a hiking area, but it has lava rock formations. So quite literally, I'm hiking up a mountain in a mask and a hoop skirt, and we got some amazing photos. But that is the cosplay. And then of course I took that to D23, and like some of the just most life-changing things in the world happened because of that show, and it kind of spiraled since then for me in my cosplay career. So 2017 D23 was my favorite experience in Disney cosplay. Not just for the competing aspect, but for how many, again, we talked about the people, little children and adults, and every single person at that show was just like, some of them were like in tears, and I'm not even the good guy. Like I have a photo of like a 2-year-old baby like touching my face with both of her hands in the mask. And I'm like, that child should be scared of me. But she was like touching, oh my God. Anyway, so I could go on and on, but that is,
she's like trying to heal you.
Yeah, she was like, I love you. Like touching
I know who you are. I know.
Exactly. It was a baby Moana, and the mom was like, take my child. And I was like, okay. So,
Like I guess this is happening. So here we go.
how many people have handed you guys babies while in a Disney cosplay?
Oh, at Disney cosplay? Yeah.
Or just in general? Like, handed you
I
babies?
don't know how to hold children, so this is what I do. I'm like, are you sure? Because I'm not maternal and I don't know how to hold a baby. And they're like,
She's like, what is this?
I might drop your kid, but sure.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
I figured I just want to warn them and be nice.
Right, but
Oh,
feel
like-
so comfortable. Just being like, here. Yes. So
Yeah.
yes, that was that.
Very cool.
very nice, very nice. I was at that D23 convention and I got to see it in person. Absolutely amazing.
The months and months of cutting my fingers was worth it.
The texture of the lava rock, just incredible. Like her and Sunchild looked amazing. Obviously, like best in show. I think everyone knew it as soon as they walked in, and just mwah.
Wow, thanks, guys. That seriously means the world, because it was nuts, because I was a total noob to competing. Like, I had competed, but never on a scale where there were like TV cameras. So it was insane.
Well, if you guys don't know that Disney actually opened up an online Masquerade. So I actually applied because why not? And then your guys' picture was in there because they were like past my. I was like, oh my God,
I saw that. Lots of people were sending that to me, and they were like, "Where Teika?" I'm like, I don't think you guys understand how this works. That costume is done. Like, that costume has competed and had its moment. This is for people that have something new to show, and I don't. So.
Like, I need a break.
Well, right. That and like, there's this whole like spoken and unspoken rule in cosplay of like, if you've competed in something and it's won, that costume is retired from competing. That's the polite way to do things, because you don't just want to go around like costume sniping all the shows. That's not good tact. So
some side eye if you bring a woman costume. Everyone's like,
they're like, didn't I see that at XYZ? So yeah.
And they're in like the novice category.
Oh, there we are.
That's so cool. That's so awesome.
Aww.
So
and
good.
Summer was amazing. Summer was who pitched this idea to me in the first place. And I was like, you're crazy. Let's do it. Because the category that we entered in was heroes and villains. And so we're like, okay, the hero and the villain. So for those of you that might not know how the Masquerade works, it's kind of unlike any other competition. They have a children's category per se, but for the adults, since Disney costuming and fandom is so wide and diverse, they actually have about 5 subcategories that you enter into, and then all of those take the winners from each of the subcategories, and then those all go against each other for the best in show. So like Ambrose, like I don't even remember some of the other categories, but hero and villains was one of them. Like classic princesses. Like what were some of the other ones?
Like they also do like the Disney rides. Like if you like
they have like kind of an adventuring category for like Star Wars and stuff like that. And then there's like Disney inspired,
where it's like mashups and original designs.
Yeah, and there's another one too. I don't remember what it is.
Yeah. Sorry. No, you're way fine. I put you on the spot, but it's like it breaks it down into 5 other categories. That way, you have a chance within your category of people that made the same type of thing as you. So you don't have like a Jedi going against something completely unlike itself. So that's their way of making it more fair within the smaller categories and winning. But yeah, it was crazy. So
awesome.
So much fun.
Yeah. And you guys did it actually. Sam, wait, did you guys do it?
Sam and I did it last year.
Yeah, I was watching it from the audience.
Oh, awesome.
I was like, I know my friends. Wow.
I just want to jump in here because we've got a lot more comments. You guys.
Oh, I'm glad. Yay. Please interrupt. I could go all day.
On Killian, Chris says, howdy, ladies. Veronica says, hi, everyone. T-Lock757 says, Amber is too cute. Yes, she is.
Oh, guys.
Chris says, I like doing background characters as well. I used to do background characters a long time ago. They're fun because then if someone notices, you're like, oh my God, you're so hardcore like me.
Yeah, I love that. I love like the unknowns, man.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris says, I want to do one of the Russian soldiers from the Sombra Overwatch short. And Sam will be your Zarya. Steve says he loves the lava look. We all love it. Yeah, Joe says my wife loves all the little ones coming up when she doesn't cosplay, she's a grandma, so she loves them all. Perfect.
Oh.
Anthony says you all look great in your Disney costumes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
She's my best friend, guys.
Oh.
Mwah, thank you for watching. Okay, sorry, go ahead now. I want to make sure everyone gets heard.
Who wants to talk about their costumes next? Who wants to say their favorite, like most memorable experience so far?
I'll go.
Okay. I'm on your page now.
So I always talk about how cosplay was way back when there were dinosaurs.
When dinosaurs and Jesus walked the earth.
So Disney cosplay was not accepted at conventions. Because obviously conventions started first with sci-fi, right? And then Star Trek things came out, and then when people started dipping into like anime and video games, Trekkies were mad, and so there's all this drama. And Disney cosplay was not considered cosplay. It was like, no, that's just a costume, That's why I didn't cosplay this until 2016, even though Ariel was my favorite all the way up until Moana. So then Kingdom Hearts came out. And everyone was like, well, Bella's in a video game, so that's okay, right? And so people were like, okay, fine. Like
Kingdom Hearts is truly a trailblazer of our time.
It really is. It like blurred the line for all of this.
Yeah. And of course, you always had like your fans kind of separated as well, right? So you always had like your sci-fi fans, your Disney fans, your video game fans. And it's like,
your comic book fans, like the people that still go to Comic-Con to dig through the bins and they're like, go away and leave me alone. Like those guys.
And those big stands with all those boxes where all the anime fans walk by or video game, like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Why are there all these boxes? But now it's kind of a little more integrated. People do have cross fandoms. It happens, right? Because we love everything. So Disney has become a lot more acceptable now, and now it's just normal. Now it's normal to wear at conventions, which is great because I love seeing all the different iterations of it. Because obviously in the very beginning it was just the standard costumes. So that's my story. That's why I never cosplayed as Ariel. That and because I had a problem, like I had a personal problem with me as a person of color cosplaying a white girl. She's a mermaid, so she's not really whatever.
Right.
That was a personal thing that I had to get over. And then I don't know what clicked. I guess because I was talking to my friend and we were talking about a quick cosplay to do because we were going to MCM London and we're like, we need a quick costume that's easy to pack. And I was like, I've always wanted to do Kiss the Girl Ariel.
Oh, yeah, Jessica, you are literally the cutest in every costume.
Honestly, though, you embody everything. You're not dressing up as a character; you become that character. And that's what I love about
I'm like a meta cosplayer. Thank you so much.
You're like a method actor as you do it.
Yeah.
I just love you.
So I loved it. Like I made the costume. I didn't make the bodice until later, so I borrowed one, but I loved it and I was like, "Oh, I get to be my favorite princess." And as a little girl of color, you don't have many people to look up to that look like you. So, Ariel, I don't know, I just love mermaids, and obviously now it's great because there's Moana and there's I think Rayla coming out, and so at the time, something that I had to deal with. I'm sure a lot of people did, as minorities. But I don't know. I felt great once I put the wig on. I was like, everyone's like, Ariel. I'm like, oh my god, yes I am. That was my first experience, and at MCM London, it was so cool. I loved that.
Also, first off, London, hello, you're amazing. Did you just casually go to London? That's so great.
Well, I lived overseas at the time, so it was easier to get to London than here. But yeah, it was fun, and it was cool to see all the London cosplayers because there are a lot of Disney cosplayers out there too.
The international Disney cosplay scene is whack. There's some amazing people out there, like all around the world.
Absolutely. But my favorite, so then when Moana came out, of course, like it's funny because I never even thought about cosplay Moana until, and I don't know if we want to talk about princess parties, but someone had asked me like, hey, we need one and you look like her. And I was like, okay. So I got in their costume. I was like, oh my God, I do look like her.
You are Moana. Like
you are Moana.
No one convinced me otherwise.
And then I remember my most favorite moment, because kids always come up to me as Moana, and it's fine, I love it. We were at WonderCon. I was with Liz and a bunch of other friends, and it was the last day, and I was wearing Wayfinder Moana, which is my favorite Moana with all the feathers.
That's also my favorite Moana of yours.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, I'm like so embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed. Let us love you. Let me love you.
So the theme for this CosTalk, guys, is compliment Jessica.
Oh yeah.
Episode.
Hey.
Oh my God, that was so fun. And we were all exiting. So a huge crowd of people are just leaving, WonderCon. We're like, it's the last day, it's over. And then all of a sudden this tiny little Chun-Li runs up to me. And I'm like, oh my God, you're so cute. And her dad's like, she's been chasing you for like so many yards. I'm like, oh my God. And she just looks up at me like, and I'm looking at her like, oh my God, Chun-Li. So we took a picture and it was just the cutest picture ever. And I love it. I love those moments. So that was my favorite moment.
Parents going, I'm so glad you stopped. They've been chasing you.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired of chasing them. But it was really cute. I love it when kids are just like, hi. So
hang on, let's talk about that amazing award we just scrolled past there. What show was this?
I don't know. What is that? So yeah, I actually only competed in this because I messed up. I was supposed to compete with Sam, and I messed up because I was like, I don't have anything ready. And then I was like, well, I guess I'll just put in something that I have ready. So I just competed in Moana. She's not a competition piece. I just made her. I'm not a big competitor. I only compete when Sam tells me to. I'm like, okay.
Sam's like, we're doing this. And you're like, okay.
I'm like, okay, Sam, what level of like masters is this? And she'll be like, you have to do it perfect. I'm like, okay. But this one I entered because it's hard to wear. So feathers are always coming off and it's just inevitable. I was like, I might as well just compete in it and then I can retire it. And there were such lovely judges there. I mean, they were the most amazing judges, like AmberSkies. And I got second place in Journeyman, and that was amazing because I was not expecting it at all. Like you can see, I had my cape off. People get ready. They're like, I'm gonna get ready just in case I win. I was like, my cape was off. I don't know where Hey was. I was just chilling, talking to people, and they're like, Jace Cosplay. I was like, what? So I was so humbled. It was amazing. I have that one. It's back there, but it's not in the screen, but it is up. And I'm very
I love your craft room.
Yeah, thank you. It's a new craft room.
I can tell I'm looking at all three of your guys as like crafting/creative spaces, and I love that.
Surround yourself, inspire yourself.
Oh, I can like really reveal the heads here.
Oh, please do. Oh my God, you have a pipe system. I want to make one of those so bad.
She's got all those heads staring at her all the time.
Oh, it's so good.
All my stuff's like hidden. I like hide everything to make it look like you're not sure it's a craft room.
Going to Sam's room.
Smart.
And she's like, oh God, I'm so sorry, it's a mess.
I ruined everything.
Where?
We're like, girl, do you know what mess is? Like, have you seen my life?
Sam,
I know, I'm like,
untidy, honestly.
I'm lucky that my room looks like this.
Okay, there we go.
So.
Sorry, chair problems. Okay.
Okay. All right, Ambrose, it's your turn. What is your favorite?
Okay. This is so hard. I feel like my first 30 cosplays were Disney. And so I'm actually just now, I think Jessica, you were actually the one who kind of pointed out that you were like, do you have a non-Disney? And I was like, I do not.
Yes.
So I started like making other non-Disney cosplays. I have plans to make my first legitimate video game cosplay this year. So like come in, you guys. But so it's so hard because I have so many great memories with Disney cosplays. I feel like I narrowed it down to 2. That really stand out to me, and when I think back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, like that was such a great time. So when we competed at WonderCon in the Big Giant Hercules group,
oh my god,
that was one of my favorites.
That was one of my favorites, but I think so like the competing part was so much fun, but I think the selfie that we took on stage when we went to get the award, and then the next day when we were trying to recreate the meme pictures with everyone, I think that was like probably
you have to find the meme picture, Sam.
I'm going to.
Just
I'll
post
it. I will go finding it. I will grab it.
My Facebook.
Right there, I got it.
The
distraction was completely like random, and I loved it so much.
When we were trying to recreate those, that was like so much fun. Yeah.
So good.
Wait,
you have to show the one that went viral.
Oh, that's on Ashley's, I think.
Yes.
With
Daddy Zeus.
Basically the same idea, but you know. So that I think is one of my favorite memories. But then, okay, this might be cheating a little because it's not really cosplay; it's more fashion. When I got to compete in the Her Universe fashion show,
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm so ready for it.
It's my favorite character ever, Scrooge McDuck. So I made a Scrooge McDuck inspired geek couture gown and coat.
The money dress.
Yeah, the money bin dress. And that was just like I'm still in awe that like a humble
Lord.
from Arizona, like I'm not like a designer or anything, you guys.
Yes, you are.
You're amazing.
Well, okay, I'm working on it. I'll say I'm working on it. I'm practicing, but like I honestly almost didn't enter because the drawing is very, very difficult for me. I've been practicing it a lot though, thanks to Sam, honestly, for inspiring me to like legitimately practice art and get better at it. So like I almost didn't enter. At the last minute I did, and like honestly, bless Bros and Cons. Like
I love them so hard.
You have the option when you apply, you have the option to also submit a video kind of explaining yourself, like explain yourself. And so I was literally like, I messaged Bros and Cons and was like, hey guys, would you mind filming this video for me? And they were like, yeah, when is it due? And I was like, in like 3 days. And they like came to my home and like filmed it and edited it for me, and just like, honestly, Bros and Cons, you are the reason I got in the show. I am convinced.
Oh.
But I mean, not only was the show like an amazing opportunity, but like people understood like what it was supposed to be. And I was like, for sure, when I got there and I saw other people's stuff, that little handbag was made by another contestant, her friend who liked the dress. She made that for me. I was just,
oh my God.
But like, honestly, the fact that people got that it was supposed to be Scrooge McDuck, because I saw other people's looks and I was like, okay, no one is going to know what this is. Like, people are not going to get it. They're going to be like, yeah, great. Next person, please. Like, so people got it, and just, it was such an honor to be a part of it. And like, I'm still honestly, like, I can't even believe that I got to be a part of that show. But I mean,
so amazing.
Cosplay, obviously, it's more fashion based, but still Disney couture, I guess, if you want to think of it like that. But those are like the 2 standout memories that I have with Disney, you know, Disney inspired looks, things like that. That like, I always think back on it and it makes me smile. Those are my fondest.
I remember the first time I ever saw you in a Disney costume. You were the umbrella girl from Haunted Mansion, and you and I met each other. We were at Disneyland. That was the first time that you and I ever spoke. We weren't even in Arizona together. And then I was like, wait a minute, how have I never seen you before?
I do remember that. Oh my gosh.
Can you guys see this?
Good memories.
Look at that. Stop. I'm dying.
Watch, see?
Oh my God.
Oops. Wait, wrong direction.
No, go back.
I thought it was in order.
I love me some Sparkinsons, so there we go.
So this is what I was trying to do.
They're not quite in order, I guess.
Other way, Jess. There you go.
There we go. Oh, okay.
Guys, I have so many yards of that money fabric. If anyone wants like a Scrooge McBucks,
there we go. Okay.
Scrooge McBucks.
Like, please let me know. I have so much money fabric left
I've been playing with it, and I made my first skirt, and it's working now. But oh my gosh, you're right. That is a monster fabric. That fabric is torture.
Look at this inside of this jacket.
Those are Scrooge McBucks. It is Scrooge's face on the little dollars.
That is amazing. I don't know what this next one is. Okay, wrong. There we go.
Anyway,
Wow.
sorry. I feel like I talked for too long. So move on.
Never. No.
Oh, I want to show one. Can I show one more?
Yeah, just pop it up.
Okay, let's see. Where is it? I gotta show this one. Wait, I don't know where it is.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
It ran away from her.
And there it is. Yes. So can you guys see that?
Oh, there's the selfie.
That was amazing. So they called us up on stage, and it's so funny because Ashley's like, yeah, she came and grabbed the prize, but we were late. I don't know why we ran on late. I think we just weren't ready. So we all ran on, and then Val's like, selfie, and we all just went, and it just worked out so well. And they caught that on the big screen, and it was so hilarious.
Yeah, our friend Sandra, she took this picture that we're looking at right now, and like honestly, bless her.
Yeah.
So good.
That was a really great moment that they I don't know, it just worked out and it just looked great and everyone loved it because we won most humorous. So
well, in the little act that we did, Val as Hercules, he took some selfies. So like as part of our skit, he like came out and was like muscling and like taking selfies of himself. So
yeah. So he was right on it. He was like, okay, selfie.
He was on point. Good job, Val. I don't think Val ever misses a selfie opportunity though. So
a lot of fun. And while we're on a break here again, I just want to read out comments because you guys are awesome. I love it when we get comments, we get interaction from you guys. So Sean says, hello, all my beautiful ladies. Hello.
Baby.
Yeah. Anthony says, talking about your Ariel costume, have you ever played The Little Mermaid on NES? No, I don't think I ever played. I think the only one I played was Aladdin.
I played Little Mermaid at NES. That was not easy.
Aladdin was tough.
I had control issues.
Most NES games are not easy.
Those
at
are
all.
This was before they figured out controls. That's right.
Yes.
Also before the age of Kingdom Hearts where it was like, press this button and then it does the combo for you and you're like, I won. Oh my gosh. Like,
on NES, there's like 2 buttons and like a D-pad and you're like, how do I do this combination? You have to do a combination. Yeah. So as Steve Jordan says, as simple as this, if you feel you can do cosplay no matter what or who you're supposed to be, just go do it and start your stuff and win big. Yes, absolutely. That's kind of like, the main part of cosplay is just do it. Just do it.
Just do it.
Anthony says, congratulations. Thank you so much, Anthony. Oh, Roxy says, I want to try a group cosplay. It looks so much fun. I've been trying to get her. So I put her in this costume and she looked so amazing. So she's been my friend forever. And she's like, I want to cosplay something. So we'll have to integrate her sometime, guys.
Roxy, you just need to jump. Anybody who wants to be in a cosplay clan and they're interested in group costumes, I literally have a clan, like a group on Facebook because so many people were asking to join groups that I was starting or that they wanted me to be in that I was like, I can't keep track anymore.
Yeah.
There's a group for just cosplay.
You're like, come join yourself. Invite yourself. That's how it works.
Yep, yeah. She'll make an album. She'll put all the pictures in and people will just claim a picture. So yeah, it's awesome. We have a Monster High group that I plan going. I don't know when it's going to happen.
Oh my God.
I don't know. But yeah. So, and then Chris says that dress transformation was fantastic. Yes, it was.
Oh, yes.
Magician. I designed that myself. So like the fact that it worked, like honestly, the Walt himself, I think, was like bestowing magic.
It was like, faith, trust, pixie dust, little one. You've got this.
The way the gold coins just fell was beautiful.
Well, because there were several times during rehearsal when it did not work the way it was supposed to, but mostly that was like my fault. Like, not obviously the whole trick is like gravity does it for you. So as long as you don't mess it up.
Was it snaps? Did you do snaps?
I actually have like a picture of it, I think on my Instagram somewhere, of like my diagram that I drew about how I did it. So the skirt obviously is longer than the coat, which was something that like when I drew it, I was like, I'll figure that out later. And then later came really, really fast. So the idea was along the bottom of the skirt, about 2/3 of the way down, there are buttonholes on every single seam. And then there's a single cord that runs through all the buttonholes on the inside. And you pull it up like suspenders. and then the skirt is kind of almost like a petticoat under the coat, so like bonus. But then you have it on your arms like suspenders, so as soon as you rip the coat off, you very, very carefully pull the coat off. The suspenders come down and the skirt falls. So as long as you don't mess it up on the way down, which I did frequently, because I was very, very nervous.
That's amazing.
So, you guys know like the Frozen show at the Hyperion where she's like pulling like a spaghetti monster off of her chest to try and like transform.
Yep.
That was kind of like as soon as I would get nervous, I was sort of like okay. Yeah, that sort of thing. So as long as like the wearer doesn't mess it up, it works fine. Unfortunately, the wearer is prone to user error.
No. The wearer is a human being, and human being, the stuff happens sometimes. You're awesome.
So the fact that it worked when it was supposed to, it was like, Walt, bless, thank you. I needed this so badly.
Yeah, it turned out great. And the glitteries, like the gold looks so good on stage.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, enough about me. Move on.
Turns, like complimenting everyone. So
yeah.
It was gorgeous.
So I'm probably the least experienced when it comes to Disney cosplay here, because I started with anime and video games. Those were my major drivers. So I have very, 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 very few Disney costumes, but it's building. It's getting there. But I'd say like
join us then.
Yeah, right. I'd say that I can't even snap right now, but it's still working. I would say probably like what really stands out for me is Merida, just because I kind of feel like I am Merida a little bit.
Oh, you look so beautiful. Holy crap.
But I love being Merida. Sorry, the powder on my nose is apparently bothering me today. But I practiced her so many times when I think I wore this for the first time at like a little library event. And I practiced so many times because I knew kids were going to come up and ask me questions. And I just listened to her over and over and over again. And I'd ask them where maybe brothers, have you seen me brothers? And I'd ask them where they were, right? And I'd tell them about the cake. Don't give your mom a cake. And how it's really bad to do things like that. And I mean, I toned down the accent a little bit because if you go too strong, kids do not know what's going on.
Right.
But I did learn how to interact with children. Like I'm not bad at kids. I treat them like little adults. So sometimes they use words they don't know. So I had to learn to just kind of slow down a little bit because I talk fast, and I had to learn I'm tall. I'm almost 5'10", so I had to learn to make sure I get down on their level because some kids are very intimidated by that. And then I throw on my boots of Merida, and I'm like 5'11", 6 foot because it gives me enough of a hill to where I'm a really tall Merida. I actually have a photo somewhere of that where it's hilarious. Like I'm just like 6 inches taller than this other Merida.
Yeah, Sam, establish your dominance, honestly.
Yes.
That's it.
Exactly. But no, she just, I don't know, something about her like makes me happy. Like
look at that photo. Oh my stars.
Sassy. I love it.
It's like a glow.
Every wig Sam looks great in, and that one's like amazing.
Sam looks good.
I actually do like archery. So I was pretty excited to like, granted I'm using a children's bow because it's like the only one that was like con safe.
Yeah.
So like this is actually too short of a draw for me. So I had to like kind of mess it up a little bit. But like, yeah, no, I was just happy to like, oh my gosh, I can do archery with a character, and I'm quite excited about this.
You should take it up. I bet you'd be a good archer.
I do archery.
Oh, you do archery. Oh, okay.
It's been a little while,
queen.
but I can shoot quite well.
I tried and I failed.
But I'd say that it's probably Merida, just because if I'm feeling sassy, it's fine. That's who she is, and I can just be as sassy as I want and obstinate. So, so if I'm like having a bad day, I'm like, no, get out of the way. You go. You're cute, cat. I gotta see my mom. Bye. I go find my mom. But usually I don't mind doing it because like I just it's not like I dislike children. I just don't know how to interact with them very well. That's like my awful thing.
We all have our superpowers, and that's not everyone's.
Yeah. But I do quite enjoy being like, after when I was Hansa, when we went to 23. Oh my goodness, like that had like significance for me just because it was fun being a villain, and I realized maybe I like being Disney villains more. and that's literally, I mean, that's what's going to happen too, because my the next costume that I'm doing is Tamatoa from Moana. So like I'm gonna be a villain, and it's very fitting. But I think I have a photo somewhere. I'm trying to find it of when we were at D23, and Anna and Elsa were like comfortable attire, like the little sleep attire from Wreck-It Ralph 2. Yeah, and they came running towards me. They were just so excited to see Hans, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome!" I'm trying to find the picture. I may not be able to find it, but it was one of those things that they were just really excited, and I'm like, "I'm excited too. This is great. This is so much fun."
Like people are normally excited at cons when they find like their other of a character, but that's like tenfold with Disney people. Like if you're walking around as a princess and you randomly see your prince walk by, you're like, I don't know who you are, but you're gonna love me. And they just like, yeah.
Especially as fans, we grew up with that. So when we see them in like, you know, when we go to Disney World, Disneyland, we see obviously the face characters. It's kind of the same. Like
I still tear up when I see a Peter Pan like anywhere. I'm like, so yeah.
Did you find the picture, Sam?
I'm looking for it right now, but while I'm looking for it, we can talk about something else too. We could talk about it would be good to talk about like what you should do when like you know, you are going to be approached by children, and obviously kids do not have boundaries, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to find a way to establish it. So I guess we can talk about techniques.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I have one.
I mean, we could talk about that, like what happens when they try to kiss you or hug you or touch you in a place that you're like, hey, wait. So what's one piece of advice each of you would have for being a Disney cosplayer?
I don't have advice, but I have a story that's most
Go ahead.
unfortunate. When we did the Wreck-It Ralph 2 thing at the Alamo draft,
that's what I want to share. I'm gonna share a picture of that, by the way. Yeah, go ahead.
So I was Elsa for that, and the first time, so like I just walked out and there was a little girl, obviously very excited to see Elsa. So my Elsa costume, the corset bodice, whatever you want to call it, has a bunch of vinyl ice chips, and they've all been glued on. So this bodice is like basically a suit of armor. I'm actually convinced it could stop a bullet, or at the very least slow it down. And so this little girl comes like head first at me, and I like attempted to blunt her descent. But the sound of her face hitting the bodice, I was like,
oh child.
Like,
oh no.
I don't really know what you expected, but I have no words.
This one is sharp too. I understand. These are all like little laser cut star points out of like acrylic chips, and they are sharp. So I have stabbed some children in the face with this.
No,
yeah, I'm like, no, and they're like smash, and I'm like, oh, that had to hurt. Okay,
like she walked away just fine. Like I'm pretty sure there was minimal brain damage. But
cute.
There you are,
oh, Sam.
There, I found the photo. But yeah, they were like, I mean, I kept hearing Hans, but I couldn't see where they were because they were just when we were leaving the D23 masquerade, and there were just so many.
Oh my gosh, so many people.
I was like, where is this coming from? And what they did is I walked away to get out of the crowd of people because I was overheating. Because this is double lined stretch polyester, so I was overheating, and I'm like, oh, this is who's been calling me. So yeah. But there's the staff guys. You know, I went with a shorter wig now though because I feel like it's a little bit just kind of work. Honestly, it keeps me cooler. The long wig was so hot.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're wearing like a coat and a long wig, man. I can't even.
Insulated.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically it's a little capelet, and then it's a coat, and then it's a skirt, and then it's leggings and boots.
I can't find
it's a winter character, so like it makes sense.
I think I both made several errors in judgment with the Femme Fatales group.
There we go. That's the one I wanted to share.
Oh, the Femme Fatales?
Yeah,
there it is.
So this was awesome because God, there were so many of us. It was so amazing, and production together. And we did this at the Alamo Draft House in Chandler. So we kind of did a little meet and greet before the Wreck-It Ralph showing, and I think we had every single princess there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
there are a lot of amazing people. So you can Sam actually was Snow White. She was so cute as Snow White. There's Liz as her Elsa, and I'm next to her as Jasmine, and Amber's there in the middle as Ariel, and we've got Who else is there? Amber, Bright Props, and there's Crooked Feather. I can't remember who else.
Ashley does cosplay.
Ashley does cosplay, and Sandra's there.
Hang on, I'm gonna show you a big screen. I have all the pictures. Hang on, I'm pulling it up.
That was so much fun. But I was so busy like helping Bros and Cons film. I was barely in any of those pictures, but you guys had a lot of pictures with the kids going up to you. Oh my god, it was great. It was so cute.
Was that the little girl that got her face smacked?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't remember what she looks like, but little girl, if you're out there, I apologize.
But yeah, it was such a. I think we had every single princess there. It was amazing.
Everybody
It was
looked
such a fun day.
And I think we already showed this video, but we did the whole reenactment of the trailer.
Yeah.
That was fun too. If you guys want to see that, that's on the Bros and Cons. I love this face that Sam's making like that.
Meredith's got a bow, and I'm like, what is going on?
She's like, whoa, hold up.
Everybody really embodied their characters too. It was so much fun.
I remember being so shocked that we actually had a place to get ready for that because we all got dressed on site and we were like, is there any sort of green room / anything that we could step into? And the manager was like, here you go, slides a wall away and there's like this giant ready room. And I was like, where did you get this magical room from? This is a movie theater. Like,
what are they using it? Like, what is he using it for?
Yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, it was crazy.
But then again, I guess they do a lot of like live interactive stuff with their movies. So maybe it's their green room because I don't know. But we had so much fun. That was so much fun. And that was my third Disney princess was Jasmine. Yeah. But look at Sam.
These are for your next Jasmine.
Now these are great. Oh, my next Jasmine, I know. These are all done by Victoria, King Kurt Photography. Great photos. That one's really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Prue.
Oh my god, her Ralph was hilarious.
There's the corset.
There's the corset that caused that poor child.
It might as well be your Wonder Woman corset.
The Wonder Woman corset is pretty legit as well.
You mean the same material, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh no, these are cuts from when we were doing the video. So these are really cool. These are all behind the scenes. Yeah. So you can see everyone's in their places. Okay.
I love this so much.
Having a nap.
Aurora.
So, and we didn't have Raja, so I had to use is that Lucifer? What's his name? Cinderella's grandmother?
Lucifer.
Yeah, Lucifer. So that was Ultra Cosplay as Vanellope.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the stagehands. That's Vic with Bros and Cons.
It was a really.
It was intense, man. Filming that, it was intense.
Oh yeah, that was like the fastest filming ever.
Yeah.
And she then did all the dubbing, and she's like, "Oh my god, it matched up perfectly. You guys must be obsessed with this trailer because all of the audio."
Disney played it on every channel, every other commercial for 6 months.
Well, that was my first Jasmine, which has improved since then. But everyone looks so great. It was so awesome. That was one of the funnest memories as well. There's so many Disney memories. Why did you ask this question, Sam?
I'm sorry, but not sorry at the same time.
Sorry, not sorry.
So, but for advice, like I had, like somebody who's like, so we've had like, we've heard a story about a kid running at you. Like I have a thing where like, I don't mind kids hugging or grabbing, but I've had several children try to look up my skirt. And so I don't know what it is if they want to hide. A lot of the time, I think if they just want to hide under it. But the word of advice, there is really no way to stop this. They will come up out of nowhere. It will happen. At some point, you will not be attentive enough to stop it. So I'm just going to suggest wear a pair of shorts or leggings underneath.
Always.
Yep.
Just do it. Even if it's just like a pair of booty shorts, just something that is going to cover everything. So if it gets lifted up, you're like, oh, no. This is a cave. This is important to me. Please don't do that. And usually you're establishing a boundary and they're like, oh, that's not okay. You're not comfortable with this. And then you ask them, why did you do that? And then it actually makes them think about it. And then they've learned. So
you can wear like themed booty shorts, like whatever you want.
That might be funny.
Just never go commando.
I don't know though. What if it's like, ooh, those are cool.
I like your undies.
And then they never leave. Like, what? I see my favorite characters.
And side note, you'd be alarmed at how many parents just let their kids do that. They just don't care either.
Yeah, the parents don't care if the kids run towards a stranger.
No.
Even if they're in costume. I'm like, look, I know I'm in costume, but you don't know if I'm safe. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
And parents just assume that Disney cosplayers are a safe space. And it's like, for the most part, that's true. But I don't want this child to get too comfortable running up to a stranger because they're in a cute costume that they know. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then granted, it's also a fine line because then we run into, okay, how young is this child? Does this child believe that I am Elsa? Does this believe that I am Ariel? Because for the most part, they do. You are Elsa, you are Ariel, you are Belle, you are Anna. So you have to handle those moments with grace the best you can, because you have to come at it from the perspective of, okay, this child like legit thinks I'm the character from their movie that they are obsessed with, and you don't want to break their heart, but you also want to respect yourself and respect your bubble for what bubble there is. But yeah, just if one encounters a situation like that, handle it like your character would. Jasmine wouldn't let anyone look up her skirt, but you can say that as Jasmine would without being like, whoa, what the hell? Like,
but also, like, I know there's people that want to cosplay as their favorite character, but they're not comfortable with interacting with people. You can politely decline, you know, as long as, you know, you just, even if you don't do it in characters like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that right now, or I have to get going, or, you know, just politely decline. Please don't be a jerk.
It's not like I mean, if you're, for instance, Hans would be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for Elsa.
Unless you're a villain, and then you can be like,
and then Ariel's like, I can't find Scuttle, and so Ariel's going to find Scuttle, like, you know, and so that's the thing is like reference something from the movie, and then the kid will actually think, oh, okay, you really got to go, like
have like one escape line, like ready to go, like, oh, I'm so sorry, I have to go find Anna. She's eating too many hot dogs. I'll be back. Like,
yeah, please, like that's the only thing I ask of people. Yeah. Because I don't like telling cosplayers what to do. Like, I know people have very different levels of comfortability, but please, if you have to know that sometimes your costume comes with certain responsibilities, you know, with
great power.
Yes. So as a Disney cosplayer,
if you're a Disney villain, people kind of expect you to be a jerk, though. They sort of like
love it.
They sort of like count on that. So I think you can. You can be a jerk when you're a Disney villain.
I boss people around when I'm in Calhoun, and they love it. They're like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, line up, let's go. I don't got all day, and they're like, oh, I love you.
So
no, definitely that's perfect.
Comments, guys, and then do you guys want us? Let us know if you want us to play that video, and I can pull it up.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
We'll go through comments real fast while I'm grabbing.
Let the people decide.
Yeah. So Anthony says, I dressed up as Aladdin for Halloween back in the day. So when I was like 10, I dressed up as an Arabian princess. It was one of those generic patterns that my mom made, but come on, it was Jasmine and purple. Roxy says, you guys are so talented. I love you so much.
Aww.
Chris says that Hans cosplay is why I'm making my own great coat for Warhammer 40K cosplay, since any reproduction coats are made of wool and I would die. Yeah, so perfect reason to make your own coat so you can be comfortable in it. So Sean says, yep, so many responsibilities. And that also goes with, you know, superheroes, you know, anyone that's like super popular like that. I mean, superheroes are big right now. So, and a lot of kids look up to them just like they look up to Disney princesses. So again, if you're going to wear a superhero, you know, like, you know, Captain Marvel or Spider-Man or whatever, you also realize that comes with those responsibilities too.
It's more than a costume to a lot of people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. All right. Yeah, I love this.
I don't know if I can hear the audio. We'll see, guys. I'm not sure. We'll see.
Let's like.
Hi. Well, ladies, I'm a princess too. What kind of a princess are you? Do you have magic hair? No. Magic hands? No. Did someone else talk to you? No. Were you poisoned? No. Cursed? No. Kidnapped or enslaved? No. Are you guys okay? Should I call the police? Do people assume all your problems got solved because a big, strong man showed up? Yes! What is up with that? She is a princess!
Oh, Sarah.
So I have to say something about that because there was a comment that was like, "Where's Ariel, AmberSkies?" And Amber was with kids the whole time we were filming, and there's no like I didn't want to pull people away that were with kids, but
yeah,
she was
also totally fine because the short version of the trailer ended right there. It could have gone for like another minute, and I was like, no, I'm here to support my people. I totally don't care whether or
But every time because I was kind of helping direct it, every time I was looking for princesses, she was like with kids all the time. Like, dang it.
I was like, I'll distract them. Oh, also, I'm a teacher, so it's kind of my love language is kids anyway. So when it comes to like personal boundaries, I'm probably not the person to ask about that because kids are constantly like, meh, and I'm like, I love you, but it's just a thing that I do because I teach kindergarten. So this is,
and that's one thing that's a good word of advice there too. If you have people in a group of Disney cosplayers and you know one of them isn't entirely comfortable with certain forms of interaction, try to draw the kids away. Try to
distract them
towards the other character. And if they do say, "Oh, they're really busy right now," or "They didn't get much sleep," it's okay. Just let them rest a little bit. Or they're taking a break right now, or they're thinking about something really important. Like even like I want to occasionally bring I'll bring my bow with me for Merida, and I'll start messing with the string if I'm tired and I need a break. And I'll be like, "Oh, leave her alone. She's got to tune her string." And people are like, "Oh," and they'll move away. But that's just come up with ideas because
you can totally cover for your friends.
Like I've done that before where like my thermal cosplays 2 people, and Anna often she'll get tired, and so I'll just distract the snot out of them and start, "Have you seen me brothers? Do you like cake?" And they'll start asking about really, really, really simple things. And I ask about my horse and Seamus, and most of them didn't know my horse had a name, but that's okay.
Did you have a name, or did you give it a name?
Huh?
Did you give it a name? Or
the horse's name is Seamus.
Oh yeah, it's Seamus.
Yeah. I thought it was Seamus.
I thought it was Angus.
Oh, it is Angus. You know what? Seamus is the first brother. That's why my brain is confused.
That's why, it's Angus. You're right. I got it mixed up.
Sorry.
Angus, I'll talk about Seamus. So I talk about like the characters just to distract the kids from the other person. And so that's one thing. And like kind of look at like body cues, or if someone says, "Hey, I'm tired. Can you give me a break?" Kids don't know what breaks are. So you just kind of have to pull them away.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, I work with in princess parties, so I get it. Like I'm a little bit more like Amber. Like I can deal with kids a little bit better. So I get it when people are like, be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'll go in.
I'm like, "I got this. You want to talk about snow?" And they're like, "Yeah."
They're like, "Have you seen Maui?" I'm always like, "Hey, have you seen that? Where's Maui? Let's go find Maui."
Well, and that's another thing too. If you're someone who's not overly fond of interacting, if you have stickers on you that are related to your character, and you're like, "Hey, can you find another one and give it to them?" They will spend the rest of that time looking for that person. They will be focused, and even if they don't find it, they still have a prize to take home with them.
Yep. I love take homes for cons.
That's a good idea.
Magic.
Guys, I can't believe it's almost been an hour. Where did it go?
So why don't we open it up for questions? If people have questions about Disney cosplay, or you have an experience, like if you want to ask us about a story, we can each tell a quick story too. But we'll open it up for that. And while we're doing that, why don't we all talk about where people can reach us?
I just can't believe it's been an hour. I can't believe it. I feel like it's been 10 minutes.
Was this really CosTalk, or was this us just catching up because we missed
Maybe
we need to do another hour now.
Cool. The first CosTalk telemarathon, you guys.
Yeah. Oh my God, we should at some point.
We'll take your calls now.
Oh my. Okay, Amber. Please go.
Where we can find me. Okay, so I generally, of course, on all platforms go by AmberSkies, but then there's that hard thing of sometimes people steal your usernames. So on Twitch, I can be found at AmberSkies TV because it is my TV channel. I guess you could call it that. Again, right now, that's my main platform you can find me on. Second to that, of course, is Instagram under AmberSkies Cosplay, Facebook AmberSkies Cosplay, on my Etsy shop, because I am also a painter and an artist of, again, mostly Disney-related things. You can find me as AmberSkies Creations. So pretty much search AmberSkies, and then any variety of those things. I also, like Thermo was saying, have a link tree posted in most of the bios of all of those pages that can lead you to other places. So if you're looking for me anywhere, just head to one of those and it'll take you to all the rest. But yeah.
All right. And Liz?
Once again, I'm Liz from AmberSkies Cosplay. You can find me on Facebook under AmberSkies Cosplay, and then on Instagram and Instructables on Ambrose_cosplay.
Instructables, you're so cool.
Sam was the one who got me into Instructables. So.
I might be a semi-bad good influence. I don't know.
You are the best influence.
Encouraging our creativity.
And
you're doing great, sweetie. Keep it up.
I just want people to share their amazing skills with more people. Girl,
yes.
And I want to take this moment to do a little bit of promotion. Can we see that? Can you guys see that? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so, yes, thank God. I'm so happy you said this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So guys, we're starting to kind of put events back together. This is an outdoor event that's hosted by eGear. They're actually doing a Super Smash Brothers tournament, but I'd like to invite cosplayers, anybody that wants to come out, come hang out. So Amber's going to be there with her amazing art. So if you want to buy something, support, she'll be there. I'll be there, and Liz is going to be there too. I'm already telling her she's going.
Liz is like, I am?
Yeah. Sam, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to be at another event online that same day, and I'll be hosting a masquerade online.
Oh, that's fun. What are you hosting?
ASOC Kingdom runs a online convention every once in a while.
Wow.
So if you look at ASOC, it's the letter A, and sock, like a sock. And it's you just look it up on Facebook, and it's right there, ASOC Kingdom. And they'll give event information there, and they're trying to do that like quarterly, I think. But it's just a kind of like mostly Arizona, but I'm sure we're working on growing it.
Nice. But Smash Bros, guys. This is in Arizona, by the way. This is local.
Arizona. It's in Avondale. They're going to have Cobra Arcade games out there, so there's stuff to do. There's going to be a lot of people. So if you've been missing out, like, obviously you still need to be safe. They're still going to try and implement the 6 foot or bring masks. Like, we all want to be safe. But I think it's a great start to start getting back into cosplay events. So please, we want to see you all there and support Amber and her beautiful art.
What I really appreciate about this, and again, up until this point, I know that everyone is itching to get back to this world, myself included. I've like broken down crying on so many occasions for how much I miss this feeling. And I see this, Jinx and I and whoever else is going to be there, as a perfect opportunity to set that good example of what a socially distanced, safe event can look like right now. Because if this goes well and other people see that it goes well, maybe we can start to, sound silly, but earn this back sooner rather than later. If we can prove that we take it seriously and follow all of the rules while still having a good time.
Yeah, Game On Expo did something like this in August, and everyone was in their cars, and they would honk, and it was just this huge screens, and you would park in a drive-in style. Everyone wore masks who was on stage presenting. We were all keeping by the 6 foot rule, and there was like no physical interaction. And it was amazing how many cars showed up. But it was one of those things that, like, it can be done, but you're not going to see it the same way for years. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be like to the same size or the same level of interaction, at least for another year and a half. But we can slowly start encouraging, like attendance, as long as security is adhered to. So don't be selfish.
Yeah, and this is sponsored by Game On, so they're definitely going to be implementing a lot of those safety measures.
Yeah, they were really strict. I mean, when people were trying to go out, like one little girl was just trying to use the bathroom, and they like beeline for this kid, and we're like, this way.
Yeah.
So I will post this flyer on CosTalk Live, Facebook, and Instagram. So guys, check it out, please. We'd love to see you there.
What time is it at?
It is at 5 p.m.
So it's going to be an evening event for those of you planning ahead.
I see people asking questions. Someone asked about if we've seen a Mickey Mouse cosplayer. I have seen a Mickey Mouse cosplayer. It was one of those like mascot where like they had built it themselves and turned it into a mascot cosplay. But I don't really see them very often. I see more people like wearing like clothing that represents Mickey.
Mickey bound.
But I have hidden Mickey on the back of my costume, and I don't know.
I feel like that's like the Disney cosplayer like. Costume.
I think
there he is.
Yeah, I just threw my little guy. It's fine.
There's actually like a Disney cosplayer group on Facebook that's really, really good, and people share their Disney cosplays all the time. And I think that that hidden Mickey thing is the thing that a lot of Disney cosplayers do. Is so cute.
Oh my gosh!
And there was what hidden Mickeys are for those that aren't like Disney files. Can you explain what they are? Because people.
It's just like the Mickey had the 3 circles. They're not really even hidden.
But you find them in the rides, actually.
A lot of them, are kind of blatant Mickeys. But when you see the Mickey symbol somewhere where it wouldn't normally be, and you're like,
I know that I hid one in my jewels, so I'm like looking for it. But it's kind of that sort of thing where it's so small, but it's there, and sometimes people catch it, and they're like, boom.
Yep.
I do remember though, like there was somebody in one of the Disney cosplayer groups. She had posted her hidden Mickey, and like, bless, she was like, "Has anyone else ever thought of doing this?" And like, I was like, "Oh no!" And like, hit refresh, and immediately 500 comments. And I was like,
"I love it."
Disney cosplayer creative.
I haven't put any in mine. Whoopsie.
Yeah, so the Tamatoa I'm working on, I intend to have a hidden Mickey in my makeup and in like the outfit. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it carefully without compromising the the
Well,
crazy.
he's got like barnacles and stuff on him. Like
I
little.
know. I'm weighing the costume, like the fabric.
Oh yeah.
Right now alone, the one skirt is 4 pounds.
Girl, tell me about it.
Liz is like, I feel you.
Yeah.
And it has 2 skirts, and then it has 4 legs layered onto the front. Then it has a corset and bodysuit with long sleeves, a special collar, a backpack, wig, antenna. So by the time this is done, it might be 15 to 20 pounds worth of like fabric.
Do you remember the choreography that we did? Is it going to work?
Yeah, no, I'm
okay.
This is Sam's workout regimen.
I was just wondering if maybe I have to like cut back a little bit on some of the details so that I don't wreck myself.
Remember, safety first, safety and health first.
Well, and that's why I'm thinking everything where
Safety
I can remove layers. If I want to walk around with one layer on, I can do that.
True. That's a good point. Yes. Okay, and then Sean says, Disney cosplay you're most proud of. Who wants to go first?
Oh.
Like proud of that we've made or proud of to be worn?
I think any. I mean, if you feel good in a costume and, whichever.
Oh.
Well, I think mine's obvious because I won an award in it, is my Wayfinder Moana. I worked with so many feathers and I wasn't even sure. Like I found this technique. It's not my technique. Someone else had done it on a fashion blog where you glue the feathers onto bias tape and you sew the bias tape on to make the cape. And I was like so amazed that it looked good. I was like, oh my God, I did it. So that's my proudest one. And I just love it. Like it's beautiful and the feathers. And I've seen a lot of people make it and they'll make the feathers out of fabric. So I think I've only seen like 2 other ones made out of feathers because feathers is a pain. So I'm very proud that I was able to work with feathers.
I think like once Tamatoa is done, that will be my favorite. But for right now, like I'm pretty proud of this one because I got to be honest, like I had ran into time problems that year, like last year, because I didn't expect to be invited to be a guest at so many different events and have so many different things happen. And so I literally made this in 3 days. And the fact that it's as well made as it is in 3 days, like other than I need to iron this out just a little bit more. When you store this iron-on foil, I didn't realize how much it wrinkles and how hard it is to iron. This is
Thanks,
fun.
Arizona.
Yeah, thanks. So I just ran out of wax paper, so I was like, I'm not gonna touch that because I need wax paper to iron this back. But
I actually have your roll of wax paper.
Oh, do you?
I don't know what. I'm like, what?
Okay, cool. Well, that's good to know. But I'd say this one's pretty, like I said, in 3 days to make a jacket with an attached high-low skirt, another skirt, a capelet, and just to do all the foil work. Like, and I'd never made a jacket like this before. So I'd say this, probably Hansa.
Nice.
I would have to say maybe any Disney cosplay that I actually finished because I feel like there's always a part I really want to do. And then when that part's done, I'm like, is it not done? Is it not? I'm halfway done. Okay, great. So like,
I have snow on my shoulders. Do you guys see this? I have snow.
Ah, that's cute.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, Sam, you are just the cleverest of us all. I would have to say though, probably, and this is one of my favorite Disney cosplay memories too, was when Sean and I were Hans and Anna together. That was back when, so I made both costumes. That was my first time making a costume for a guy. So the fact that it like fit him and looked like a jacket, it doesn't fit him well, granted. I'm going to make him a new one. But the fact that it fits him at all was like, aha.
Men's costuming is a totally different ballgame. It really is.
But oh yeah, for sure. I thought men would be easier because they're boxes.
Sure,
right?
you would think. It
was really hard. So back then, I have the new embroidery machine behind me, but my old embroidery machine that I had done all of our embroideries on, the biggest hoop was 4 inches by 4 inches. So all of the designs had to be split into 4-inch blocks and then lined up.
Wow.
So all the designs on the skirt, all of the designs on his jacket, and it was as big of a pain as one can imagine. And there were like many times where I definitely wanted to give up. But they are finished. Now, Sean and I were actually talking about how I want to remake his Hans jacket because I was like, this is a hobo suit, darling. You cannot be seeing this.
No capes.
So that'll be coming. Now that I have the new embroidery machine with like Mondo hoops, I can actually fit the whole design in one hoop and not have to worry about placement or anything like that. So that might be coming up soon.
Awesome.
Gosh, I'm so happy I went last because I thought I had an answer, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, okay, no, I 100% have my answer. So Disney is an umbrella. We talked about that, right? There's Disney movies, and then there's DComs. Disney Channel original movies.
Oh my god.
And where am I going with this, guys? My favorite Disney cosplay that I've ever done is arguably technical construction-wise one of my simplest, but I'm gonna laugh talking about it. My heart's racing just talking about it. I literally fulfilled my lifelong childhood dream of cosplaying Lizzie McGuire. And I cosplayed Lizzie McGuire at D23 Expo last year. And I did the What Dreams Are Made Of Lizzie McGuire, and she had a tearaway skirt. And I like had a headset microphone and this ridiculous wig and like a glittery, ridiculous, like holographic purple jacket. And like, it was the stupidest, most ridiculous thing I've ever made. But the amount of people that burst into tears screaming and crying when they saw me walking around the floor at D23, I had these like these bell-bottom pants on. Like it was 90s-tastic, early 2000s fashion.
The early 2000s was a time.
It was a time to be alive. I had like a feather brooch. Like it was insane. But I like hand beaded a necklace so it looked exactly like her choker in the film. And so Hilary Duff, if you're watching, if my love for you is not blatantly apparent yet, please let it be known. So yeah, I would say that Lizzie McGuire, simply because it was for no one's enjoyment other than myself. That was just a thing I needed to do.
That's one of my favorite
in every photo. Like,
what was that?
You just look so excited in every photo.
Oh, I was nerding out. I was like gonna cry just looking at myself. I started crying in the hotel when I finally put everything on all together. I was like, oh, this is what dreams are made of. I was running around screaming and singing, and my God, that was a time.
I'm trying to find a photo. Did you find a photo, Sam?
I'm working through it. There's a lot, so
I'm so sorry.
I've been trying to find it the whole time you're talking. I'm like, oh, I can't find it.
Yeah, that would have been all the way back in 2019 D23. So
that's also,
let's talk about how lucky we are that D23 wasn't this year.
Oh,
and there's maybe some semblance of hope.
Oh, I found some.
Oh, there you go. There's the jacket, and there's my feather brooch, and then those were my inspo pictures.
That's the one I was gonna pull up too.
Yes,
so
dude.
pretty.
Oh, and then there was Jane. Oh yeah, that was in the hotel.
So cute.
Have you ever seen such a beautiful night? Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Look at this party of photos.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at. My goodness. Oh, there's D23, at least a moment there, but there's a lot going on. Oh, and there's plaid. There's all the paints I was talking about. And that's me with my friend Alan. Alan took the win at D23 this last year with his Lumiere. I love him so hard.
It was amazing.
He is just the coolest person alive.
So good.
That was just crazy good.
Look at all the Disney stuff.
Look at all this.
We're doing the quick AmberSkies tour.
Oh, shucks, guys.
Here we go. We're just gonna keep scrolling. It's fine.
That was going to be Milo. That one you scrolled past right there. That was one of the things that got ruined by COVID. But down just a little bit more. That's my Milo Thatch wig. I was going to do gender bent Milo Thatch.
Oh,
I say was. It's not completely dead as an idea, but we had a big Disney punk group going on, and Alyssa and I were going to be Punk Kita and Punk Milo. So
yeah, our plans got a bit smashed too, but it's okay. We'll revive them later.
We will rebuild.
We will rebuild.
We will cosplay rebuild. Awesome.
All right. Well, I know we got a little bit over, and I know that AmberSkies has said where to get a hold of. I think.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. We got so ADD about that. Like,
I think we're good there. So basically, if you go to thermocosplay.com, you'll find me, and then you're also going to start finding the CosTalk Live information. There is actually a separate page for that on my website. I'm still working through some DNS issues, so hopefully we'll have that all transitioned over. But on the CosTalk Live Facebook page, we have a link tree as well. You can find everything for CosTalk Live located there, or you can go to thermocosplay.com and not only find my stuff, but you can find CosTalk Live stuff too.
woo!
Sam, you're the MVP.
Seriously. You're a tech guru.
Yes, she is. At all. So you can find me. I'm the same as I have jinxcosplay.com, but I didn't get my handle on everything. So I am the Jinx Cosplay on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then CosTalk Live. You can find us everywhere as well. We are CosTalk Live everywhere. So CosTalk Live on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. I think I even signed us up for Twitter. we don't use it. And then on YouTube, we don't have our URL yet, but it is, you can search CosTalk.
We're building there. Yeah, you're not allowed to have your custom URL till we have 100 subscribers. So if you want to subscribe.
Oh.
But yeah, if you just search this name, then you'll find us on YouTube. So yeah, follow us on all platforms if you like us that much.
And next week we're going to be talking about the cosplay life with Electric Seafoam Cosplay, who is an East Coast cosplayer.
Cool.
It'd be kind of cool, yeah.
And as always, guys, we love to hear from you. We love to have all types of guests, all types of subjects. Please, let us know. We hear you. We want to talk about what you guys want to hear. And anybody can message us if you want to be a guest. If you want to talk about something on our show, please just PM us. Either Sam and I or I will answer on either Facebook or Instagram. And yeah, we love it. We are going to take a break. I think, when was our break?
November 1st.
November 1st. So, but other than that, we're open to ideas and guests. So thank you so much for your support, guys.
Thank you, everyone. We're going to go ahead and call it a day, but I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.